between this bike and I would say a production bike that you buy at the showroom at your local dealership is a lot different. The suspension to start with, these are 52 millimeter kit, or not kit forks, but factory forks, so not necessarily can you even buy them. They're very big, very stiff, very rigid, as well as a shock that goes with it. It has dual rebound adjustment, so it has high and low speed rebound adjustment, which your standard production shock that comes on the bike only has just low speed on the rebound. Everything on this bike has been touched, modified, tinkered with to custom fit the rider. We have a custom bracket that relocates the rectifier and the condensator that are mounted to the throttle body. The wire harness is a factory wire harness that's been shortened, lightened to basically allow us to work on the bike more easily in a situation if we need to, change an engine in a hurry or a suspension component or something like that. We can easily take the bike apart quickly and put it back together quickly. So that's a big thing with this, big difference. Also, wheels. We run Talon hubs with Excel A60 rims. We assemble them in-house, but they are a billet hub, so it's much stronger than your standard production one. Our front brake is a 270 millimeter solid mounted front rotor. It's not a floating rotor, it's a solid mounted one. That's what Jason prefers. The front caliper is it's in the Power Parts catalog, so Husqvarna Power Parts, you can buy the caliper. It's based on the stock caliper as far as piston size and everything, but it's made out of a different material. It has a dark coating on it, and it's just a nicer piece, But as far as performance-wise, it's very similar to the stock one. The rear brake, come back here, is a billet piece from Brembo. It's a factory rear brake, as well as the rear hanger is a factory hanger made custom for us. So that's something that you can't necessarily purchase. The rear chain guide also is carbon fiber, and it's a very strong piece, much different than the stock one. So if you look here, it has a replaceable inner piece, and the cage on the outside is carbon fiber. So it's from week to week we can replace the inside piece, and as well as these chain blocks together as a unit, so everything stays nice. Let's see, the engine is a factory engine, built in-house. All the titanium bolts on it come from MetTech, so those actually, the bolts you can buy. Some of the stuff inside here is not something that you can buy to the public. Also the throttle body, it is a stock throttle body, slightly modified to reduce weight. Everything on here is made to be as light as possible. The lighter the bike, the less work the rider has to do to control it. So. During Supercross, not so much. During the outdoor nationals, there's quite a bit more work to do. The outdoor races are quite a bit harder than the Supercross races, but typically, depending on the rider and depending on their preference, some riders will go through a few clutches a day. Other riders go through they just use the same one all day. And then obviously simple things like air filter and brake pads and things like that. But for the most part, it's pretty simple for Supercross unless there's a crash or something like that. You have to change a fender or a subframe, or something gets mangled in some kind of an incident. It's relatively maintenance free, other than mainly the clutches.